Hello there, everybody. This is Fearmy Games here with the next part of my Guild Wars 1 playthrough. You guys don't really know this, but I'm a little bit delayed on when I usually start these videos. Usually I start right when I get home during my lunch break, but I had to be delayed a little bit because I need to do some annual certificate renewal. Apparently there's another one I have to do that expired already, because they did send me a notification for both of them. So I'll do that tomorrow, though, because it says it'll take a long time, and I'm like, well, I don't work tomorrow, so I'll just do it tomorrow. Shouldn't be the end of the world. So we'll just do is salvage the stuff we can, sell the ones we don't. We'll keep the key in case we encounter one, and I'll just sell everything else. Oh, or put into my my bank. I'm probably gonna keep all my materials in my bags back here because I won't accidentally sell them. I'm keeping the, oh no, I shouldn't have sold that one. Oh, well, it's fine. Oh, apparently you can have equipped items there, too. Nice. Bam. And I'm going to hide that bag, that way I don't even accidentally sell that bag. I think it saves it, right? Yeah, it saves that option, too, so I won't accidentally, like, click it and sell what's in there. So I think that's a good thing. My webcam still doesn't fit. It's still the same as it was last time I recorded a video, which is actually would not be this video. It would be one on Monday. Video, which would be the Visiting Empire and the and the other in my Rome 2 campaign, where I mentioned like I couldn't, for some reason my camera stopped working. I had to reset some settings, and it still hasn't fixed itself. So hopefully it's just fine. So we started the Fort Ranik mission because we finished all of our immediate side quests. We're going to do a little bit more exploring in General Ascalon after this mission, but our objectives are push back the invading Charr army that we encountered at the end of the Great Northern Wall that basically pushed us south of the wall. So there are magic users over here, so I'm going to backfire on them. I'm going to finish this guy off real quick. I'm going to empathy on this guy. I'm surprised that the Ashwalker didn't actually die to backfire. And a little out of my ears. I'm going to lower the volume. One thing I really like about these headphones is that I can lower the volume for myself, but keep it the same for you guys. Because usually what I find is that when I find something super loud in my headphones, I find it's actually kind of quiet in the in my recordings, which always is surprising to me. Can I talk to that guy, or is no? It is a dark day in the history of Ascalon when the wall has been breached and soldiers flee from the fight. I agree. Hey, look, there's a guy here that probably is going to give me a side quest. He has an exclamation mark on his head. Let's see if we can make our way to him. Yeah, there's lots of Charr hanging around. Filthy, filthy Charr. Yeah, he's dead. I'm going to cast a backfire spell on him. Then I'm going to cast empathy on the Blade Warrior back here. Then I'm going to... And that should finish him off. There we go. As expected, he killed himself because he felt empathy for his enemies, and thus he died. Empathy should kill that, finish off that one too. And then even if empathy doesn't finish him off, other stuff like the NPCs around us should as well. I think the more NPCs we save in this mission, it's been a while, but I think the more NPCs we save in this mission, the more they follow us. So I think if we save a lot of NPCs, I think we get a large group following us. I could be wrong though, but that's just a guess. All right, let's see. There's a guy with a quest over here, Gurn Blanston. Blanston. It sounds fancier that way, so we're just gonna go with that. Every day I watch more and more of my comrades die at the hands of the Charr. Now that they've breached the wall, I fear that my time may be running out. I haven't seen my wife for over 3 months. Damn, dude. I'm not scared of dying, but I hate the thought of leaving her without at least a final message. My wife lives just outside of Aslan City. Her name is Melka. Please, if you find her, tell her that I love her, and it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot to me. Can you find her and give her that message? Sure. Of course I will. But he's assuming I'm gonna live. I mean, he's right. We're a main character guy, which means that we have to survive everything because of our plot armor. Okay? There are exceptions, but even those exceptions have their own exceptions built into them because exceptions are exceptions are exceptions. And if you think I made no sense, who says I was trying to make sense? Because if I made sense, that might be a spoiler. Looks like we've got some St. Patty's Day celebration stuff. If we get enough of the... I don't think one is enough to intoxicate me, right? Yeah. There's effects that for intoxication in Guild Wars 2, and some skills actually interact with it. For example, Drunken Master, which is in Eye of the North Dwarf skill. You gain benefits from it even if you're not drunk, but you gain more benefits if you happen to be drunk. But like I don't really like playing with I don't like really playing with the oh, excuse me, sorry. Where are you going, Armin? You're running away from me. You have an exclamation mark on your head. What's going on? My son Dieter was carried off by the Charr after the first week. Please find him. He's all I have left. So that's our bonus to the mission. I think he might be in this direction. The reason I say this is I think no, maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's on this direction. Maybe it's a little bit further along when they break off. Well, apparently the Devourer's over here, though, that I didn't notice didn't know we're going to be here. Yeah, it looks like that's not a path, I think. So, since that doesn't seem to be a path, we're going to go ahead and see if we can... I know from past experience, that from doing these missions, I know that it's like when there's a left and right fork, at a certain point, if you take the right path, it leads to the bonus. The left path continues on in the story, but it's not. I guess it's a little bit later on, and I guess those NPCs like stay there to hold that section of that defensible position. I guess, leaving me to clean up the mess. Bucko, I got an interrupt spell ready and waiting for you to cast any kind of spell. No, never mind then. The penetrating attack is a little bit too fast for me to get that off, unfortunately. And I'm gonna empathy, and that'll finish him off, guaranteed. There's another stalker over there, and a mind spark. These mind sparks, considering they're casters, don't really cast a lot of spells. Fortunately, I didn't have enough mana to interrupt the one spell that he cast. Feels bad, man. I think right there on our map, this is where I believe the prisoners are. We can't immediately go to them quite yet. We have to go like a little bit of a long way around. They're at NPC. This is going to be basically a pathway with enemies on either side. So what we're going to just try and do is prevent them from being as strong as they could be, and we're just going to go up on the high ground here. That way we can at least kill one side without too much difficulty. And there we go. Dead stalkers. You know, I think almost every time I've done this mission, I think, there we go. You can die, good sir. There we go. I forced the healer to heal himself, which means that he's not going to be able to keep himself alive. So, I mean, he was not able to keep these guys over here alive, which then means that as those guys die, then so shall he. Alright, I'm gonna cast empathy on that guy. Looks like we're out of range for this guy to attack us, so he's getting out of combat. There we go, he's dead now. Come on, Conjure Phantasm. Good job, Conjure Phantasm. You finished him off. I'm proud of you. There we go. It's nice and easy. Using big brain strats to avoid the ambushes of our enemies. But yeah, right there's that prison is where the bonus is, right? Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, my day over. I hope everyone's been having a good day so far. Today's the 19th of March. Overall, I'd say my day's been pretty good so far. It hasn't had the chance to go bad. So I can't really say it's bad. I have more work later on, of course, so there's always a chance it could go bad, but usually my afternoon kiddo isn't too bad when it comes to doing his work, so as long as I'm not tired by the time I get there, I'm usually pretty good for the whole way through. He's dead. I'm gonna see. Alright. So now we're gonna go this way towards the bonus area. Maybe it's not as drastic as I thought it was. It's been a while since I've done this mission, okay? Horizon of Healing. I like when he heals himself and he dies because I cast Backfire on him. So he heals himself and then he dies because he healed himself. It's you know, an unfortunate situation for him. To heal or not to heal. Oh, looks like we do have an enemy up above us. We actually might die here. Let me fall back a little bit just to be on the safe side. Where's the healer of the groups here? Oh, there it is, the martyr. Oh, I accidentally casted the wrong spell there. Not my intention to have cast that spell, but now that I've done it, I need to be a bit smart. Okay, he's dead, it looks like. Even with his heal spell cast, there we go. Cooldown's just long enough to allow me to finish him off, and now the Firestorm finished off the guys up there, except for that one Mindstorm there, which I can kill now. That guy should die. 1 health remaining. Basically 1 health, but now he's dead. There we go. I didn't die. My henchman did a good job keeping me alive. Probably helps that I'm higher level than the enemy is. There we go. Alright, now we gotta go this way forward. Now this is the split. Left leads to more Charr, and the way forward... No, that's not the split yet. I'm just getting ahead of myself again. The split must be slightly further along. I was too slow at casting my my Cry of Frustration ability. I like how Stefan was like running away from like the guy from the Charr running away. It's like, dude, he's right there. Kill him. Oh, looks like my caster hero aggroed to somebody, and now we're in a situation where I'm not even sure if I can. Thankfully, my spells go through like stuff like that, and the healer is too far away to actually do the healing on that guy. So now the healer is going to die by himself because no one else stayed to support him. I interrupt the heal skill. I just need to get another second for mana, however you want to pronounce the word. The healer's actually ran away. He's like, I'm out of here! Get me out of here! He must have cast Life Siphon on himself to heal himself a little bit. But on the bright side, the next time he cast it, I was able to interrupt it. So I think that's a good thing. Charr Martyr. And dead. Saving heal spell for whenever you're dealing with a healer is usually a good thing. And one of the jobs of the Mesmer is to be like, oh, they're casting a spell for healing. It would be a shame if somebody interrupted your spell, good sir. His heal hero is actually stronger than my backfire's damage. Interrupt the heal spell. Do big damage spell. And he died before he can cast his heal spell again. Trooper Dieter Saberlin. The Charr have slaughtered and carried off many of our friends. They must be stopped. I'll report back to my father. If you can get to the trebuchets north of here, perhaps there is hope. I've earned 1,000 experience because I did the bonus. I want to level. I think I can get to level 11 or so before the. I think before I even need to. Before I get all the way. I'm not gonna say too much more. I can say anymore. I believe there's about. I'm thinking about how many missions are left in Ascalon. Because we actually do leave Ascalon as part of the storyline. Spoiler. And I think it's about 2 to 3 more missions. No heal spell for you, bucko. I think there might be a healer up there that healed him, though. Because I saw him suddenly gain health, even though I interrupted his heal skill. Which I'm like, I'm pretty sure I stopped you. Why are you still doing things that I don't want you to do? I'm going to cast everything that should finish that guy off. And that should allow me to just kill at least one of them. He's dead now. I'm going to cast empathy here. And he's dead. I don't think their next heal skill will come back fast enough. Yeah, it looks like he might have healed himself on that one. Oh, never mind. I thought he might have healed himself, but I guess I was wrong. No healing for you, bucko. Looks like the martyr stopped healing, stopped like aggroing to us. So it didn't heal him at the precise moment he was needed. He failed his leader. We have to be kind of careful. There's actually an enemy group behind us that has yet to aggro, but they could very easily aggro to us. So we do need to keep an eye on that front. Let's just cast the Force skill. We'll wait for a moment. Interrupt his heal spell. Finish, use a quick Bane Signet. There we go. He healed himself and not that guy, so now the other guy is dead. And now we should be able to just focus fire on the martyr, and he will die. I'm going to wait for his next rise of healing to interrupt it. Boom, he's dead. Called it. One thing I do like about Combat in Guild Wars 1 is at least it feels like it requires more stratagem than like Guild Wars 2 does, where it's like, I go in, I charge, I kill shit. This one's like, oh, trash mobs, but I still have to be a little bit smart about this, or else they'll keep healing each other, and either it'll take forever, or I might actually die. At this level, you don't usually die unless you really mess up and get more than 1 or 2 groups together. It's kind of like in respect to like in D&D, if you pull together too many trash mobs together, their combined numbers will fuck you up. There, interrupted his attack spell there. He's dead. Perfect. Erect catapult. In the last mission, that meant something. So I'm 99% sure this might mean something if I click it. I'm not sure, though. Probably doesn't do anything. Might be just a sign for something else. Oh, 5 gold coins. Apparently it meant money. That's what it meant. If I'm being honest, using an expert salvage kit might be a bit of a waste on this low-level stuff, but I could be wrong. Alright, do you have more money for me this time, or is it something else? A feather. That is money. There's not a lot of money. Yeah, and individually at least. Mr. Engineer, talk to me. The Charr aren't anything without their claws and teeth. If you could stay away from those, you'll be fine. we're not very much without our weapons in armor either, so I mean, that kind of argument's kind of like, you know, flawed, I would say. No flare. Oh, I already introduced my skill, apparently. I think I'm standing in the lava fall right now. I'm gonna guess empathy real quick on that guy, and then I'm gonna focus on finishing off this guy. There we go. Dead. I mean, Stefan, you should stop being so, like, aggro on whatever unit I happen to click at a time. I do believe I need to cast spells on different targets. Just because I'm not immediately targeting the same one every time doesn't mean that you need to cast the same bullshit every time. And none of these guys are healers. There's a Necromancer and 2 Elementalist enemies here, which means the damage we do sticks. There's an engineer. There he is. Siege Master Lomar. He's like not even hiding, and the Charr weren't killing him. I wonder if he's a traitor.
Damn Charr snuck up while I was repairing this trebuchet.
Coding overloaded?
It's
what?
missing a release
That's
lever,
weird.
A restraining bolt and an arming crank. Search the other wrecked trebuchets to find those 3 pieces and bring them to me.
It's weird. I don't really know why it would be overloaded.
And we'll give those Charr a taste of their own filth.
That's strange.
To activate the trebuchet after it's fixed, pull the lever once to load it, and once again to fire it. Anything under its blast will get blown to bits. But hurry! More Charr come through the wall every minute.
And they're gonna allow us to fix these trebuchets because they're blind as a bat. So you're about to see one of the I don't really remember these Escalon engineers still being here when I did this previously. Maybe I just don't remember. So here's one of the advantages of a caster class that you're about to see in action. I'm about to pick up this item. While I can't auto attack anymore, boom, I can still cast spells. If I was a ranger or a warrior, I'd basically just be useless until I'd just basically be useless while holding it. So I'd have to drop it and then attack and then I'd have to pick it up again. That's just a lot of work. Now I can just be like, oh, this is mine now. Dude, finish it. Finish him. But of course, we're also dealing with stupid henchmen, so I guess that is something to keep in mind as well. Because there's only one person, there's only me and no other players. I can't just go to all of them and pick them up. So you can only hold one item at a time, and henchies are useless, and they won't actually pick things for you, you know? No flare. And you're dead. Nice job. So once we kill those guys, we're just gonna go right back to the treb. Basically, what happening is we are getting like pieces from other catapults as trebuchets, going to this one here that's like still standing and not quite destroyed. So that way, and basically fixing it up a little bit so we can use it to fire at the enemy Charr. If you can kind of see a little bit from this distance, you can see a lot of Charr there that would kill us if we tried to attack, because we are low-level scrubs, and that's way too many of them for us to handle. If we were level 20 and had heroes, then we could do it. But because we do not have that kind of advantage, we have to use stratagem and stuff like that, which is what we're doing right now. They see nothing. Siege Master Lomar, here you go, good sir. Next up is the Charr Blade Warrior. In this direction should be the last one. We have a Stalker. And then I'm going to cast Clumsiness on him. I like how I interrupted his first 2 attacks. I'm just like, scrub. Get good. Alright, here should be the last piece in this catapult. No. Which means there's one more catapult to look at that we missed somewhere. Right? Yeah, we need the release lever. One. Do we get this one? Yeah, we got that one. Oh, we missed this one. Yeah, it's like, they're not always guaranteed to be at the same catapult in my experience. So they kind of change around between these 4. So it's like you might go to one that you actually didn't need to go to in the end. I believe, if I remember correctly, that catapult up there is also operational. So once this one's done, we should be able to go over there and fire. I could be wrong though. To activate the trebuchet, hold the lever once to load it, and once again to fire. Anything under its blast will go kaboom! Nice and loaded, and then we fire! And that big group down there, you can see all those names, will be... wait for it. Boom! Shakalaka. And now they're all dead. Get what they deserve. Alright, now we can go around this way, sneaking about. This one might also need a piece. I forget. I think it might just be fine. So we go around the area. You know, one of the one thing I'd say is why I do enjoy being able to jump and like bypass certain areas and like Guild Wars 2 and stuff like that. One thing I'd say is it makes level design a lot easier, because if they're restricted along the path you make, that means you can prepare the things and making sure it's all ready to go. Okay? While for like this one, oh, they jump down here, that means this group of enemies might be useless or something like that. And there is the Charr at big boss right there. And we have victory! Not the most climactic of endings for a mission, but you know, it's a thing. Cutscene.
The time for action has come. No more cowering behind this wall. From now on, we take the fight to our enemies.
Prince Ranik! Prince Ranik!
What is it?
Prince Ranik! We are victorious, but it has cost us greatly. During their retreat, the Charr took prisoners. Several of our wounded have been carried off.
Ascalons will live in fear of these beasts no more. We march to the north to free our brothers and take back that which has been taken from us.
Dun 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 dun! The Frontier Gate. This is where at this part here. This might even go over to a whole nother part. There's several side quests here and a lot of exploration to go about in this particular area where we're going to be going. So we will probably be doing that for the rest of this part and the rest of the next part. This quest right here, to the ruins of Sirmia, this goes all the way to the next mission. War Master Riga, you're another one of those Vanguard soldiers looking for Prince Ranik, aren't you? He didn't wait for you, but I think you still have a chance to catch up to him. The prince headed north to pursue the fleeing Charr into the ruins of Sirmia. Follow the road from the Frontier Gate to Sirmia and rejoin the prince, and rescue those carried off by the Charr. I directed Captain Mikan up that way not too long ago. He might be able to direct you further. I'm on my way. And on this one's a side quest. So, first I should say, King Adalburn himself has ordered us to hold the Frontier Gate, and that's what we intend to do. The world could come apart at the seams, and he'd find my garrison still at their posts. That is your business here. So, and then this is the next side quest. I was appalled when I heard what happened. It is unconscionable that 2 of my men would try to steal from the temple, but when I went to confront Footman Tate and Footman Quinn with these allegations, I discovered they had fled. I do not think they can have gone far, shiftless and gutless as they both are. They must be within the eastern frontier, or perhaps as far south as Pockmark Flats. And yet, now more than ever, all my men must stay focused on defending the wall. Will you find these 2 and bring them to justice? Sure. These villains will not escape. I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm reading things, my brain will like, I'll like see the word and my brain will be like, this is what you say, mouth. And the mouth is like, no, I think this is better. And I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted you to say. So I can get some more information from these guys. Dolet, I'm more Master Riga. Companions are advisable if you intend to travel. Basically telling us to get henchmen. I keep this gate safe, but not much beyond. And what is your assignment here? King Adalburn has seen fit to put this section of the wall under my charge. By the gods, I mean to show my worthiness. The Charr will not breach this gate. What lies north of the wall? Trouble, my friend. Trouble, the frontier gate used to connect the heart of Ascalon and those few settlements north of the wall. Nothing has survived to the north, of course, but you can still follow the road to Sirmia if you wish to search the ruins. I need to resupply. So this guy's also apparently a merchant. I didn't know that, because I think there's a merchant right behind him, if I'm not mistaken, over there. Repent, sinners! The prophecy is spoken! The time is near when you shall reap what you have sown! Repent! Doomsayer. So here, if you wanted a new weapon, you can talk to this guy, and you can have, well, not a weapon, but if you want to customize your weapon, because you haven't already, you can do that to this guy. I guess that comes from like some of your quest, some of the quest items, I guess. But yeah, there's actually a merchant right here, so it's actually kind of funny that guy sells. What was I gonna say? So he is also a merchant too. But yeah, henchmen are at a high level, so we'll keep going as we were. So the temple that he is referencing here from trying to steal from the temple is Serenity Temple. Serenity Temple is an outpost which is south of here. I'm not going to go for that mission quite yet. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go all the way to Sirmia. I'm going to follow this quest right here. One thing I find funny is that they didn't mark this as primary quest, but this is actually the primary quest of how you get to Sirmia. You can go to Sirmia with or without this quest, but you won't have any like connecting story without it. So I'm surprised that they kind of point it as a sort of side quest kind of situation when it's not really a side quest. Oh, I didn't mean to empathy him as well. I meant to actually kill him. There we go, interrupt his heal skill. Now we need to kind of defend our casters as they're being swarmed. There we go. There's too many of us. I mean, not too many of us. I mean, there's not enough of them. Oh, we got attacked from behind. Clumsiness, save me! There we go. Thankfully, they're not all that great at doing a lot of damage to me. And clumsiness is really good media when they're stacked. And because our healer isn't being too the AI is like, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't keep focusing these guys in one big clump so you can just keep casting spells on me. Great idea. I wish I thought of that. Wait, I did. Finish him! Good job. We finished that healer off. These girls are just running around like their head's been cut off occasionally. Probably, I think it happens whenever Orion casts Firestorm, they suddenly start panicking because like, oh no, we're gonna die. And it's like, yes, we finally figured it out. Yeah, so you see, he casted Firestorm, one of the big AoE spells, a decently powerful AoE spell, especially at this level. And suddenly they're like, oh, we're gonna die. But Cry of Frustration, such a nice skill. It works on spells and skills, which means, like, if I saw that Mighty Blow come up, which has a charge time, I can then interrupt it. Super convenient for me. Now that there's getting less and less of these, Grawl up here, the healers are starting to actually keep up a little bit. So I'm just going to focus that healer down. One less healer is another way for me to murder my enemies. There we go. I think heal area is not actually a range spell. I think it's centered on themselves. So I think they have a way to heal themselves, which is heal area, and then heal other is so they can is a single target spell. So I think that's kind of what they do. So if like there's a lot of them grouped together, they can only heal one of them at a time. That was a bit of a knockdown, drag out fight, but we won it. So with superior stratagem and skill, we won, I would say. The statue of Alyssa, the goddess of illusions and probably other things that I forget off the top of my head. Maybe probably beauty would be surprised. I think that might be one of the things she does. Oh, we're under. Hey, I'm trying to read this. I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting this group here because I was like, I remember there being a group usually around here somewhere, but for some reason I couldn't. I was surprised when they weren't here, but I guess they like move a little bit as part of their patrol route. No healer spell for you, Sakablue. Thankfully, their heal spell has a bit of a tell. They have an Ankh appear on top of them. That's how I knew that guy was about to cast a heal spell. I'm like, oh, I see an Ankh. Click real fast. Cast my Cry of Frustration. Say, get good script. Counter blow interrupted. Now I'm going to cast Clumsiness, and that should finish them both off. Or at least one of them. There we go. Yeah, if you're curious how I knew he was casting heal spell, that's how I knew. Animations are key. I don't think they'll hit both of them. Oh, it did actually hit both of them. I was worried it was only getting one of them. Okay, you see Orion being chased, and Orion's like, I'm out of here. Oh, there's a path up that way. I want to explore that way. I don't think I've ever gone there. Or if I have, it's been more than my last playthrough. I don't think I went up that for my last playthrough. So I'm gonna look over there. I think that's gonna finish off that Growl. Oop, I accidentally clicked the statue and not so it was. I accidentally casted my interrupt spell and I actually interrupted him. That's what we call accidentally big range strat right there. And that one should be dead. Aw, he healed himself just in time. No heal. Oh, I was too slow at collecting my interrupt skill. And then that should die. There we go. Now there's one healer and one damaged healer. They're focused on the melee boy. Oh, I think Stefan's not actually attacking. I think he's stuck. He's like, oh no, he's targeting somebody else. I have to target the same guy, even though he tells me I should just fuck off. Yeah, I must still do it. That's basically Stefan, the asshole. Alright, so Statue of Lyssa. And it was... Sorry, let me start over. And it was that a stranger came to the village of Ren, seeking shelter and employment. Though young in years, her body was stooped and twisted, her flesh eaten by disease. Ye have the mark of plague upon ye, said the citizen named Galric. Leave this place, lest you sicken our people. I have lost my family and my home, cried the desperate woman. Have you no heart? Yet each person in turn did look away. And then from the crowd came a young woman, Sarah. She looked upon the woman with pity. If you need help, said Sarah, I will give it. And Sarah did approach the gnarled bent woman and did offer her a helping hand. Then the sickened woman pulled from her body the robes of plague, revealing herself to be the goddess Lyssa. The people of Ren fell to their knees, begging Lyssa's mercy, but lifting Sarah gently, saith she, true beauty is measured not by appearance, but by actions and deeds. Many have eyes, but few have seen. Of all here you saw the beauty behind the illusion, and you alone shall be blessed with my gifts. Scriptures of Lyssa, 45 BE. I forget what year it is in game time. I think it's like 800 or something like that right now. Like 825, something like that. It's been a little while since I've looked at the exact date. So that would be over 100 years ago. Right? Not over, like over 800 years ago if my memory served. I don't remember if they mentioned a date anywhere, so it's hard to tell. I kind of want to see what's over here, though it might be going a little bit too far out off of the beaten path. It looks like, if this doesn't start immediately turning towards Fearmy, I will have to come back later. Though that looks like somewhere, I'm gonna look there. What that looks cool. I love, honestly, what I love about Guild Wars 1 is like the design of like the scenery and stuff. Everything's so much bigger in Guild Wars 1, and also there's just like some nice cool details like that. That looks cool, and I wonder what that's supposed to be about. It looks like I can't go any further in this direction anyways, even if I wanted to. But yeah, like, Guild Wars 1's definitely one of those older games where you get more, like, the story, there is the main story, and the main story, you can, if you follow it and then do nothing else, you at least know what's happening. For example, like, if you just follow the main story so far, you would know that you are a member of the Vanguard, you worked with the Prince, there was a searing that happened, it blown shit up, there's a little bit of conflict between the Prince and the King, but you don't know the exact depth to it, and how real the factions are. And like, for example, you would know that the Charr are attacking and they're destroying shit. But you wouldn't know what was been lost, how the world was too much beforehand. So it's like, that's kind of the nice thing with Guild Wars 1. You can choose to know learn a crap ton about the world and be more immersed, or you can just be like, yeah, sure, story's fine. I want the PvP. You know what I mean? That one's dead. Yeah, this is designed like, I'm not sure, like, that's the best way of putting this. I've never seen an MMO that has the same style as Guild Wars 1, where it's like only the towns is where you can see random people, but outside of towns you cannot see anybody else, except the members of your party. I've never seen. It's like, basically makes Guild Wars 1 a MMO, but it's like a hybrid between a single player and a multiplayer game. Guild Wars 2 wanted, full on, like town everywhere you could see other people, that kind of situation. But that meant they also couldn't customize but the way they designed the world is different too. So I just find that difference kind of interesting. So this is where we'd go to continue the main story. I'm just going to accept this quest. Captain Meekin, you've arrived just in time. The Prince has already begun scouting the path, and from what I can see, he's prepared to pursue the Charr on his own if need be. He asked that I remain in this area and direct everyone I can to join him, and I'm doing my best to carry out his orders. Please gather a force as quickly as you can and see if you can catch up with Prince Rurik before he tries to face the Charr army on his own. Which is basically, we won't do this mission exactly. I might sell some junk and salvage some junk here before I move on. I'm actually getting a basic salvage kit instead of wasting my expert salvage kit. Sorry, excuse me. Because I think it's going to be a bit more bang for my buck. And then we sell off this other stuff. Like how it says versus dwarves, but we're not going to encounter... Well, dwarves, sorry. I've been playing too much Warhammer. But too much... Sorry, I was going to say. A bit more bang for my buck because I'm getting basic items anyways, so I might as well not waste the expert salvage kit until maybe a higher level. I'll get more of it. But how much time is in the episode? We've got about 43 minutes in. I think we'll probably call it here for today because I did have to do some of my training stuff, so I want to make sure I have time to do my Clan Vanguard campaign and my exercise stuff for today. So we'll call this episode here nice 43 minutes in length. I think that's pretty nice. Alright. If you guys liked the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I got some random ramblings here and there, not always complete, thoughts. And also, I did not really do the best in terms of, reading today. I was like, oh, I'm adding words or changing the order. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.